Here at ISR, our mission is optimizing combat casualty care. So everything we do here focuses on taking care of the wounded soldier.
So the U.S. Army Institute of Surgical Research, or the ISR as we like to call it, is one of 6 medical research institutes within the U.S. Army Medical Research and Development Command. The ISR is also a subordinate unit of the Army's lead modernization agency, Army's Futures Command. As the Army has pivoted its focus to shift to prepare for large-scale combat operations in a multi-domain operating environment, there's a recognition by the ISR and other medical leaders that the rapid evacuation times and low casualty rates of those recent wars will no longer be able to be replicated in the future combat environment.
So multi-domain operations is really a concept that makes us aware of the challenges of combat against a highly advanced adversary. And what that means for medicine is that our ability to quickly render aid and get the patient back to surgery where they need to be is going to be a lot harder. So we have to develop solutions to keep people alive.
Over the course of its illustrious history, the ISR has been at the forefront of many advanced medical discoveries, including the use of the combat application tourniquet, hemostatic dressings, and revolutionary changes in how we use blood far forward in order to help achieve the lowest casualty rates that we've achieved in modern warfare.
Hemorrhage is a leading cause of preventable death on the battlefield, and administration of blood products as close to the point of injury as possible is truly necessary for dictating survivability. So we need effective blood products that can treat bleeding. And so we really need to try to focus on developing protocols and material products that can extend trauma care out in the field until we're available to move our soldiers to a military treatment facility where they can get extensive hemorrhagic care and sepsis care.
I think the devices that we develop here at ISR are absolutely critical to helping save lives on the battlefield. The compensatory reserve monitor was developed here using a human model of simulated hemorrhage. Using this lower body negative pressure maneuver, we were able to capture the responses to hemorrhage. And we were able to develop an algorithm that tracked these changes and can also predict the onset of cardiovascular collapse as a result of hemorrhage. So the monitor provides very important information to the medic who is taking care of multiple wounded soldiers and allows him to provide life-saving interventions to those who need it.
So the synergy between our ISR laboratory scientists and clinicians is really what makes the Institute so unique. So our laboratory scientists take real-world problems that our combat casualties face on the battlefield, so related to trauma and burns, and we make advancements in the lab that then get translated back to the bedside, in the clinic, in the operating room, and on the battlefield.
The Institute of Surgical Research came here to Fort Sam Houston, Texas in 1947, and 2 years after that, the mission of the Institute of Surgical Research was augmented to include the study and treatment of burns. As such, it became the second burn center established in the United States of America. And since then, this institute has provided burn care and has done burn research continuously since 1949. Our part of the ISR constitutes about 1/3 of the total institute, and it's the only part of the institute that has direct clinical care as part of its mission.
The ISR Burn Center serves as a regional burn center for South Texas, and we treat military and civilian populations, which also helps us maintain our clinical skills and keep them current. It also provides us a platform for training opportunities as well, and we have been managing burns throughout World War II through the current conflicts, which is Iraq and Afghanistan.
So the Burn Flight Team is a small medical element comprised of critical care nurses, respiratory therapists, and physicians who are experienced in burn care and critical care air transport. The Burn Flight Team is capable of deploying worldwide within 12 hours of notification of either a military or a civilian burn or trauma casualty. This is what is unique to the Burn Flight Team, is that we can provide that very specialized burn care far forward to patients very early and bring them back to the burn center.
Over the last 20 years, the ISR has been instrumental in developing what goes into the medic's aid bag and how medics are trained to better save lives on the battlefield. What we are going to do over the next 10 to 15 years is harness modern biology to solve fundamental problems and completely transform trauma medicine in a way that hasn't occurred really ever.